It's the MuffinBear here. Welcome back. I just thought that I would do another little getting to know you kind of video and just tell you some super random facts about me. I'm still super awkward, don't know how to do intros, but we're all learning here and we'll figure it out. Don't know what that was. I watched too much Wiggles. Alright, let's get into it. If I had to be trapped inside a video game for a day, it would have to be Pokemon. Definitely Pokemon, because then I can live out my lifelong dream of catching Pokemon, filling up my Pokedex, building up my team, having little Pokemon friends, and it would just be so much fun. Someone I look up to everyone because I'm short. I'm 5'3", which is about 160 centimeters. So yeah, I'm small. If I had to eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be potato. Potato is so versatile. Like, you think about all the things you can do with potato. You can have baked potato, you can have mashed potato, you can have potato wedges, potato fries, roast potato. Did I say mashed potato? What else can you do with it? You can make vodka, you got potato skins. There's a lot of things you can do with potato. I love potato. Things I can't say. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Napoleon ice cream. No, Napolitan ice cream. If it's any constellation, if it's any consummation, I don't know. Believe it or not, after that car wreck, I actually have a bachelor's degree. I am smart. It's not in English. It's a Bachelor of Business, and I specialized in marketing. Okay, things I was embarrassingly late to realize. Pickles are cucumbers that are pickled. And I came to know this piece of knowledge when I was in the supermarket with my husband, and he's a chef, for context, so he knows about food and stuff. And I asked him, what is a pickle? Why are pickles never in the produce section? And he just looked at me like, what? And that's how I found out cucumbers are pickles. Also, pineapples are berries, apparently. If I was a dinosaur, I would be a stegosaurus. According to my husband, it's because I am pretty placid most of the time, but if you tick me off, then you're gonna know about it pretty quick. I have quite a few tattoos. I've got this one that says, whatever will happen, will happen. It's in Persian. I have a half sleeve, which you've probably seen on Instagram. It's got Lady Gaga's hand, got David Bowie, Prince, Freddie Mercury, there's some lyrics of songs. I've got another half sleeve with the chest piece, my wedding anniversary date. That's from our cake topper. And this is Slytherin and Ravenclaw, which is my house and my husband's house. That's a custom design. and it's probably my favourite tattoo, to be honest. I've got my back, I have cherry blossoms on my back and some kanji. I have a, what's it called? A unicorn. I have a unicorn on my ribs here, and I have a treble clef on my hip. I have a Hyrule crest on my ankle. The trip that I would most love to go on, and I haven't yet, would be going to New York City. I would absolutely love to go to New York City. I'm obsessed with advertising, being in marketing. I just love it, and to go to Times Square and see all of the billboards and all the advertising, it's a strange dream to have, but I would absolutely love to go there. Same with Tokyo. I'd love to go there too. Something eerie that I kind of predicted, didn't really predict, I don't know, something that I said that came true, that was really eerie and creepy, was one night when I was up late watching the surfing competitions. I said, has anyone ever been attacked by a shark in a competition? And probably about 5 seconds after that, the whole Mick Fanning shark attack thing happened, and I was like, whoa! That was freaky. So, sorry Mick. The amount of prepping that I've done for the apocalypse is absolutely zero, because I think it's pretty dumb and kind of selfish to hoard a whole bunch of food and supplies and toilet paper for when you don't even know what's happening and there's so many people out there that are in need. I just don't think that's the right thing to do. But my plan would be, I would go straight to Bunnings, I'd stock up on supplies for like tools and weapons and stuff, and then I'd go barricade myself and set up camp in a shopping centre, so I'd have food and clothes and still supplies and stuff there, and I would just live out however long I could in the shopping centre, either until it's not safe to be there anymore, or all the supplies have been exhausted. I can play 5 instruments. I play guitar, I play piano, I play drums, I can sing, and I've just started learning ukulele. I used to play clarinet and flute, and I probably could pick them up again if I really tried, but eh. I lost my voice for a whole year, and I actually had to relearn to speak again with therapy and a lot of hard work. Something I took for granted was the ability to talk. I still do stammer sometimes and struggle to get words out, but yeah, it took probably a good year of speech therapy to relearn how to talk, and then I had to relearn how to sing. So yeah, this voice that you're hearing now is a little different to what my voice originally used to be. How did I lose my voice? I got my tonsils taken out, and there was the breathing tube had hit my vocal cords and caused some bruising, and through that injury to that, I was doing a lot of gigs at the time with my singing and guitar playing, and it was a lot of strain on my voice. I was doing a lot of talking because I was working reception, answering a lot of phones and stuff, and it was just a lot for my voice to handle. And one night after a gig that I did I just suddenly couldn't talk anymore. I got to the end of my set and my throat was so sore, I just couldn't physically get any words out. And then from that moment on, I couldn't speak for a year. And it was one of the most terrifying things that had ever happened for me. Being so in love with singing and music, the thought of never speaking again, the thought of never singing again was terrifying to me. But here I am, talking to you guys, which is amazing. I've had countless trips to the ER for stupid injuries and accidents, but I've actually only broken one bone in my body in my whole life, and that was a tiny little bone in my wrist, and I did that when I was at track practice. We were doing some drills and I was running backwards and I tripped over my own feet, fell backwards, tried to catch myself stupidly, and yeah, I actually hit the back of my head as well and knocked myself out, so I didn't actually feel the initial break, thankfully. But yeah, so that happened. Very embarrassing. I remember waking up and it was legit like in the movies, like I opened my eyes and everyone was crowded around me looking down on me, asking if I was alright, and it was just so strange. I was like, what happened? But yeah, so many times in the emergency room and I've only broken one bone. I've been in 2 car accidents on 2 consecutive days. Yeah, what are the odds? It's not funny, kind of funny, not funny. The first one happened, we were stopped at traffic lights and we got rear-ended. And then the next day I had to drive my husband's car because my one was wrecked, and I made the joke about don't worry, won't crash this one. And when I got home I had to tell him that someone had rear-ended me. Yep, rear-ended 2 days in a row. What are the odds? So yeah, that was cool. Don't tell my husband, but I actually love Taylor Swift. Also, I actually think that Justin Bieber's a pretty great musician. I actually really love his music too. I'm dyslexic and I love books. One of my most favourite things to do is sit in the middle of Federation Square in Melbourne and just watch what's happening around me. There's so much going on in the city, there's so many people doing so many different things, but there's so many little moments in all of that craziness that are just so beautiful and raw, and I just love seeing all that stuff. Kind of creepy, but what are you gonna do? I've been to 9 countries. So Australia, because that's where I live. I've been to New Zealand. I've been to America. I actually lived there for a year. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Canada. I've been to Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. Oh, and India. I spent a month over in India and that was amazing. And my favourite place that I've been... I actually really loved Auckland. It's kind of like if Melbourne and Sydney had a baby, it's Auckland. Yeah, Auckland's pretty cool. A skill that I learned in the last few years is how to poach an egg. Yes, I'm 31 years old and I only learned how to poach an egg when I was, I think, about 28, maybe 29. My childhood crush was a guy in high school. That was when I first really had some real feelings for someone. He was older than me, he was 2 years ahead of me. He obviously graduated before I did, and we kind of lost touch, and years went by, kind of crossed paths every now and then about 5 years ago we reconnected, and now we're married and we have a baby. Yep, so my first real childhood crush is my now husband. My earliest memory is when I don't even know how old I was a baby, and we were still living in Melbourne, and I remember we had this cat. It was a white cat. Pretty sure his name was Mr. Bite because he was a biter. And my first memory is me running out from the laundry out into the backyard, across the yard into this little shed thing that we had, and I remember being terrified because this cat was chasing me, and I remember peeking out the door to see if the cat was gone, and he was still there, so I quickly shut the door, and then I was scared because it was dark in the shed, and then I cracked the door again a little bit, and the cat was running off, so I bolted to go back inside. Now, I thought that this was like a marathon length that I had run, and after having spoken to Mum and Dad about this, apparently it was only a couple of meters. But hey, I was a little baby, so it was a long run, and now I'm scared of cats. So thanks, Mr. Bite. Something that I've never told my parents. Shh. I actually let my dad believe, well, my family, but yeah, I let my dad believe that he broke the couch when he sat on it. I actually broke it because earlier that day I was pretending to be Spider-Man jumping across building tops, and I broke the couch. Kind of like jumped onto the cushion, but when I jumped onto the cushion, I jumped into the couch. So yeah, that was me. Sorry. Hi, post-production MuffinBear here. Something happened with my outro file, and I don't know. So here I am, filming it again. Super awkward. Yeah, so that was just a few random facts about me. Hope you found it interesting. If you liked it, hit the like button for me, please. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you get alerted to when I post more content. Also, if you can follow me on Instagram, that's where I post most of my content and I'm most active. And you can also follow me on Twitter as well. I'm starting to get more active on there and talking to people and engaging and stuff, so you can follow me there as well. I'll leave all the links below. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!